Naga iya swanaga, naga iya swanaga, iya swanaga. The city is burning down. Iya swanaga, iya swanaga. The city is burning down. When the men were burning, their wives' mouths became wood fire. Their hearts, a growing dry forest ready to burn beyond recognition. The soil, an accomplice who had too much to drink with petrol the night before. Reborns are those ready to breathe again. But we are dead here. In the hands of a lover, patriarchy has clenched its fists, disguised as an intruder in toilet seats. Patriarchy has turned to a teller at the post office. Their hands are burning chimneys, and there is no smoke without fire. We have been burning here. And when the men were burning, their wives' mouth breathed, Khaleesi's dragons breathed out fire, burning their temples beyond recognition. Autopsy said that these men have been breathing chlorine trioxide. But autopsy must be wrong. How can a soccer ball do so much harm? Protested their wives. We are dead here. We are burning here. We have burned here. And our hearts burned from both ends. Extinguished love, reincarnating as love always. We have been burning here. But in this village, love comes wrapped in blankets, warming caskets. Tobela, ke nna moAfrika wa ga mokgati a mahwiti a mositi a mmaswela. A tlhaba ngwana ka ke dia sale kgalemetše ya roba ya topagatodi ya maoro. Nna setlogolo sa ngwakua go ja dinonyana ditlhwafa bašimanyana. Kgaitšedi a masogana le makgarbe sephološa dikwata. Nna setlogolo sa modiba mmalofokana ba kgothwana a marawa magolo. Setlogolo sa ga ba masekela ba sekela ba etšwa Rhodesia. Batho ba ga bo mopao ba re felesetšang mopao ga yonya fela ga e ja ga a felesetšwe ga re rogane ke mothepe mmoa bakwena. Ba re moAfrika re o kwele o ikana tau o ikana kwena o nyaka eng ka dikobong. Ka re ke lebetse ka kibakiba ya gešo ke bontšha bakgekolo dithogolo pelo e thupilwe. Se ngumvubu ngumakhasane ngumkasela silo samanzi pelo e thupilwe. Leleme lona le re ke mopedi thui.
Ke kgaebane ke Mmamutu Semomo Tela ke ngwana Tharientsu Tori ke kodi ya mala paka mahlomola ke tutubatso ke tubuselo sekwankwe-tla yena he ke Mokaubere. There's a silent tongue of thunder before the roll-out of the rain. From the silence of our skies, what song, what sounds, what mystery among these blades of grass has the good Lord made? She has made my mother, my sister, my daughter, my warrior, my aunt, my teacher, my priestess, my twin, my grandmother, my lover, my healer, my world. God has made you a phenomenal being, the very essence of this lifetime. There are young girls who use culture as their home and the world as their mirror. Young girls who refuse to fall from their childhood like leaves that weep from a tree. Their hungry throats wait for pure milk from the breasts of earth. And their sisters who hit the streets like lightning to tell stories that even our hearts will never write. They put on their shoes, embrace their crowns, walk to survive the journey. And their mothers who dive into the sea to silence fists of anger. They know the color of our screams, the sound of our tears. Mothers whose hearts are shaped like the midnight star. And their grandmothers who stand like history on our lips to make our minds undress in the face of love. Grandmothers who urge us to beat and beat and beat our family drums louder to mend the sins of our roots. They always remind us that our mouths are beautiful flowers that will never close. There are women in this world who know our fears can claim, our scars infuse growth to inspire healing. And with their cracked fingers, these women, they weave the storm, the wind, and the rain. With their fingertips, these women, they weave the storm, the wind, and the rain into a loving, healing, soothing song. There is a silent tongue of thunder before the rollout of the rain. From the silence of our skies, what song, what psalms, what mystery among these blades of grass has the good Lord made? She has made my mother, my sister, my daughter, my warrior, my aunt, my teacher, my priestess, my twin, my grandmother, my lover, my healer, my world. God has made you a phenomenal being, the very essence of this lifetime. Sutang tsileng kinto nama na nonyana sinyama fi sheshe palisa hagadi palisa felle khalala ya se toro toro khalala ya lisiba khalala ya thumu khalala ya lekope ke ntloheleng ke tlotlise di khaibane hagadi bata dikakapa bahale ho tswa maroleng bana ba batho bana ba Basotho ko ke ntloheleng bonna ke boke bulang khoro ke kene moholo Ramasedi o sa ikgethetse nna tswere khele ke ho ntsha lehlasi ke re ke motebang seteba le metsi kwena mohlakwana lekwana ke setsoto le bogabane ba mosadi wa mo Afrika ka botle le seriti sa ka ke sila tsatsi ngwana ditshomo ke mmagutsitse palesa entle tshwanahadi ke le kopo kya kopo sela ke mamuhau kya hauhela ke metsi ya foro kya foro sela ke mabele kya khalana. I am the one who is born in the house of the queens. So I raised to swim inside the royal blood, chasing my yesteryears, my beauty scraps earth, creating shades of purity on any child's back. In the sky today I greet moonlight shine, holding my dreams I am the karmic, indigenous way of being. Taha Meso rises from my eyes. The bongo drums of life dances on my palms. Between these mountains of fire, nations are born. Ke re ke setsoto le bokgabane ba mosadi wa mo Afrika. Ka botle le seriti sa ka ke sila tsatsi ngwana ditshumo. Ke mmakgutsitse palesa e ntle tshwanahadi. Ke le kopo ke a koposela. Ke mamohau ke a hauhela. Ke metsi ya foro ke a forosela. Ke mabele ke a khalana. The forest leaves clear my path. I sing like a waterfall. I fly like a bird. I move in one file with life. Ancient rocks selects my journey, and with prophetic words, the telestar of love traverse the vast span of being. The world fears my color. The world hunts my strength, but I hear the wind calling my name, playing my rhythms. I am daughter of the soil. Kiriki Masichaba, the ocean begins inside me. Kaditsumo diretlo, lidi talk, otabana besu. History is rewritten. Every day I mold and shape the wisdom of my ancestors. The baobab tree leaves will gracefully fall for my people, because their sorrow and pain is engraved on hills of struggle. Me and them move with dust. Me and them eat from the pot of miracles. I run after legends. Kiri kisitsoto libo khabani ba musadi wa mo Afrika. Kabutle isiliti saka kisila tsatsi ngwana ditsumo. Ke mmakgutsitse palesa e ntle tshwanahadi. Ke le kopo ke a koposela. Ke mamohau ke a hauhela. Ke metsi ya foro ke a forosela. Ke mabele ke a khalana. Dumelang, lebitso la ka ke Napo Masheane. Happy Women's Month. Happy Grandmother's Month. Happy all the amazing aunts in the world's month. Happy Women's Day for each and every girl who is dreaming herself out of every circumstances that they are facing. May we rise above all the challenges. May we remember how beautiful and amazing and powerful and profound we are. Happy, happy, happy to be the woman in this lifetime.
Hello, everybody. My name is Mandi Vundla. I'm here to remind all of you that every single day is an opportunity to keep women safe, that every single day is an opportunity to protect us, that every single day is an opportunity to support us. We must preserve our women beyond PR against violence. Taglines keep us alive for a month. When campaigns start to run out of breath, billboards come down, pink ribbons fall to their knees, safety pins grow teeth. I pray to God for ad space to keep our children safe, but it will be Heritage Month by then. The hashtag would have changed. A love song for Miriam. Dear Miriam, I am holding the keys to your songs in my hands. I know you opened the world with a mouth full of teeth clinging to the border. You held the click of our bones in the twist of your tongue. You electrifying song, burning through skin and bone when you sing. Salt water seeps through your throat, sterilizes our bones, soaks all our stones, and all our blood returns with a pulse to its people. You made music like you were making a war cry for its mother tongue. The home was a distant, wounded storm. You sang for the hurricane gushing through our bones. You gave noise, a quiet voice for grieving, a gentle blues for the descendants of a noose, for jumping jacks, for kings and queens of solitaire. I hope you rest in the music you gave our country. Is still a bleeding tune. We do not sing the way we sang along to you, Miriam. You may be gone in the song of bone and the music of drying flesh. Your organs may have stopped playing. Your body is mute, but the music hasn't stopped breathing for you, Miriam. For Gogo Esther Mahlangu. You are an ancient art of survival, passed down from the soil, mixed with water, your mother's blood, cow dung, her mother's blood. The generational patterns you trace with chicken feathers are a ritual for the dead, food for the living, a warrior's prayer to keep our traditions safe. There are no rulers, Gwandebele, you said. The power of a straight line was passed down in a straight line from grandmother to child. Do you see just how powerful we are? Without their English, your designs can articulate themselves. And even in the absence of maths, you can already calculate one angle from the next because you've already dreamt the dimensions. You are regal proof. Our genius is no myth spun into tale. You are here, unerased. So no one can claim to have discovered the feather that drew the straight line that created Ndebele art. You've left incantations on the walls of museums where our bodies were once held as collector's items. You, a cleansing ceremony passed down from the soil, mixed with water, your mother's blood, cow dung, her mother's blood. God is painting our world anew with you in his hands, an old sacred brush. Though your bristles have wrinkled, the lines are still generations straight. Thank you.
Tell them you are on fire. Let them watch you mumble something that does not conceal the smoke. Let them be silent so they let you fuel your flames. Tell them you are on fire. Do not let your ugly dance during the dinner table. Do not have table manners. Tell them you are on fire. Chop your fingers instead. Speed up the process. You have always mopped up blood on floors. Your heart bleeds. You've been breathing. Daggers play hide and seek in your delicate organs. Do not close your eyes tight when you are praying. Prevent all the smoke from leaking out and seeping out. Tell them you are on fire. My name is Puleng Khatebe, also known as Zealot. Happy Women's Month to all the mothers, grandmothers, and daughters out there. Ayaphela makhekhe msam, ayaphela makhekhe msam. Ngaba mashita ayakhuluma ngabe ziningi indaba. Ozanelo lirato sibongile lamaqanza angaka. Asikhathalini leso sikhinde sisigido siphohloza umhlaba wethu uphopoza igazi kuphela uthando kuvuka inzondo. Lo mbhobhe ihlokolozana sembobeni ngisho engakwazi ukumemeza unina. We waluma umalume yababazi ingane lo baba wayiphinda phinda. Waluma umalume lo baba wababaza lengane yababaza wayiphinda phinda akakwazanga yini ukulinda. Cha bafaka lamathuna thunuka amathumo ngangena ngasecaleni angagogodanga si. Toddlers now know brutal sticks before they learn their ABCs, let alone know the function of their universe. Because our eyes have become choral verses that fall on deaf ears. Our ouch, their pleasure. Our oh, their leisure. Our no's do not ring any sensitive bell. Men waged war against our universe. Erect missiles firing non-stop cocks, bearing no panic buttons. Sacred landscape shattered to pieces by a series of forced entries, forced entries, forced entries. See, men
Men roam the streets targeting our vaginas. For us, it's no longer safe on the street. Jack and Jill made love the day parasites struck her universe. Jill fell down and broke her crown, and stars came crumbling after. Sacred skies shuddered and leaks. Thunder sticks striking fragmented skin. Rainbows pooled, color by color, color by color, color by color, until nothing but a tormented soul remained. Until nothing but a tormented soul remains. See, for us, it's no longer safe in the street. Seamen rifles roam the streets, targeting our vaginas. Men wage war against our universe. Erect missiles firing non-stop, cocks bearing no panic buttons. Sacred landscapes shredded to pieces by a series of forced entries, forced entries, forced entries. For us, it's no longer safe on the street. I am pleading. I am pleading. I am pleading men to deliver us from their hands. I am pleading. With the gatekeeper of dreams that die before their birth, earth is not a place for dead moons. Every morning, women close graves. Every morning, women dig graves. For us, it's no longer safe in our homes. Behind these walls, the grass is not greener. We are constantly reciting poems like, "Women are scorching suns. They do not look like they will rise even though they set. The horizon has a tendency of swallowing them whole and forgets to spit them by morning with their scorching presence, and I wish for their life for it to be on pause, it hurts. To peel off the blankets in the morning, return to a lover who's responsible for your dying. A forest is dying here, and the gatekeeper of dreams is sleepwalking. These men are cementing our graves. There are no windows here. They are building our eggs brick by brick. There are no windows here. It hurts to peel off the blankets in the morning. Return to a lover who's responsible for your dying. A forest is dying here." What? Dear daughter, you were once a capital city. In your head was many crowns. You wore the sun's splendor and all its brilliance. You held stars in your hands and walked on Jupiter's 4 moons full. You had a name written on you that no one knew but yourself. But one day you wandered into the woods and never returned the same. A beheaded soul you became, and so you spent your days on end chasing your soul to no man's land and never returned the same. And years later, I found old footprints the size of your once fragile feet, mopped on a mat now thick with dust. Come home. Come and reclaim the rose you refused to embrace back then. Daughter, you are slowly losing yourself to extinction. Dear daughter, I have watched you. I have seen you. You have forgotten how to breathe. You drown even when you have chills. Your own lungs suffocate at the sight of your own breath. Your own genes do not recognize your codes. Your scars are self-made, deep daughter, collected from men with chest tight enough to kill you. Your arms amputated before they became real. Your hands didn't build sandcastles in the air. Your suffocated corners do not know your kisses because you keep blowing them in the air. Dear daughter, mother prays for your return. She has written uncounted letters not returned. They are now in ocean depth and length. Daughter, return. Return now before we search for you in broken strings of broken man with broken wings. Daughter, return. Return now before we search for you in broken streams of broken man with your broken wings. Daughter, return. Return while mother's eyes can still see the twinkle that was once in your eyes. Return before she wonders what you are, little star. Return before your body tires in calling you home. Return before the winds forget all your name together. Dear daughter, come back home. Happy Women's Month to all the women out there, the mothers, the grandmothers, the daughters.
It is 3 in the morning and I miss you. I miss the "who the fuck do you think you are?" the punches punctuating on my face to shake me back to reality of what was really happening to me. The coldness of the tiles complementing my bruises, my blood spilled all over the furniture. I miss how the cold breeze of our bedroom window walked peacefully over my face, carefully not to hurt me. I'd tiptoe with my words in your presence. A certain tone and choice of words would trigger it. No, wait, let me rephrase. A certain tone and choice of words that were totally innocent and unintentional would trigger you, always saying that I make you so mad, so angry that you'd never do it again. Well, your never only lasted until tonight. Not my echoing yells and screams, not the no I uttered with those tears, the begging, the crying, the screaming. It was never enough for you to stop. Not until I choke in my own vomit and blood. Not the numbers of times I had to hand my babies over to death so many times. I had to face it all alone. The funny looks from friends and family, my hatred for sex, the disability of leaving you. It is 3 a.m, and I miss him. It's as if the wounds of our ancestors has been opened up once again. Chunks of violence shattered all over the windows of this country. Bullets flying like birds, explosive rocks landing on this beautiful landscape. Why do I constantly have to bite my tongue when passing these predators? Their death has my tummy in knots. I would kneel down and wave them goodbye. But then the anger fires up my throat with the question of how long? For how long do we stare into the souls of this sick society and then turn our backs and float away as if nothing happened? Another one that looked like me died today. I feel like vomiting all of the lies this government has been feeding us. This country is bleeding. This country is bleeding. This country is bleeding with chaos, I tell you. The system is failing us, our ancestors and our legends, but most importantly, our women. The system is failing us. The country is bleeding. It is bleeding with chaos, I tell you. Hi, I am Nabuhle Mdata. A happy Women's Month to all the women out there. A woman is made out of moonlight and magic, made out of chunks of strength and endurance. Happy Women's Month.